This is the boy Honest Man Dion up here for a quick 5-minute word. Today, there's a lot of people out here flipping cars, and a lot of people give you some information, but out here, people, they don't give you information that you need all the time. I'm giving you information that you can use to make money. And when you're flipping cars, you got to know your product, know your car. When you're flipping cars, you must know your car. You have to be prepared, man. If you don't have any money saved up, flipping cars is not for you. When you flip cars, number one thing, and I'm going to say this from the top of my heart. If you are not a dealer and you're trying to flip cars, you do not need to buy cars from an auction. You don't, that's the thing that you don't want to do. That's the thing you don't want to do. You better find you another source. Maybe now you got to find you a different source. Let me tell you why. Dealers have an edge when it comes to getting cars because the auctions have to look out for them. Without dealers, the auctions can't exist. Public doesn't buy cars. In some states they do, but 9 times out of 10, dealers are the ones that's spending the money. They're the ones that's buying the cars. The only bad thing about it is dealers, they don't want to spend money. So, the thing about it, if you're trying to flip cars, you better find you a source. Before you start flipping cars, and I want you to always remember this. There's 3 people you're going to need in your life. First thing you're going to need when you're flipping cars, you got to have some money saved up. To buy the car, to fix the car, to get the car running properly, and then you need room. You don't want to spend $1,000 to make $1,000. You got to remember. You got to remember. If you're going to flip cars, start out small. Let me tell you something. Unless you live in a big city like LA, maybe a city like Boston, or maybe you in Miami. When you're in a real big city, people got pockets. You got people sitting around 30, 40,000 pocket cash to spend. You can sell the BMWs and the big money cars, but I'm telling you, and I want you to think about this because I got years experience in this. Here are 4 things you must have before you flipping cars. Number 1, if you don't have a couple thousand saved up, you don't need to flip a car. At least, it may take you a year or 2, but at least in pocket cash, have you at least $7,000 to $8,000 saved up. Don't go get no loan for 10 G's and think you can pay the bank back this, because if you don't want to start out in debt. You don't want to start out in debt. Save you up about $7,000 to $8,000 before you get started. And when you go to your auction or wherever you go, find you a car, set you a budget. You don't want to spend more than, your first car you flip, the most you want to spend is between $1,500 to $2,000. Don't go over that. Keep your budget at $2,000. That way, you go to an auction, you look around, you may find a title loan auction. You can find a decent car between $1,500 and $2,000, but you're probably gonna have to fix it up. Here are 4 people that you're gonna need when you flip your car. Number 1, hope somebody's learning and listening. Number one, you're going to need a good car mechanic, an affordable car mechanic. They're real hard to find. But get you a backyard mechanic that know how to do brakes. Somebody that can look at a motor. Get you a good mechanic. But before you buy a car, check the electrical stuff on it. Check the title. Make sure the title ain't salvage. And, if possible, check the title to see if it's been wrecked or not. When people buy a car, 80% of people will not buy a car that's been in an accident. Make sure the title is clean. If it's salvage or branded, you're in the wrong business. Always have you a good mechanic. Number two, do your homework. You got to know how to sign titles over. Do your homework for your state. If you don't know, ask somebody. You got to know paperwork. You got to know how to sign the title. You got to know how to look at the title. If you don't know how to read titles and stuff, you're in the wrong business. I'm not talking to people that want to become dealers. I'm talking to people that's flipping cars. Make sure you have your mechanic. Make sure you got a good body guy. Now, every now and then you can find a good car. Maybe the bumper's scratched up. Maybe the car needs to be buffed out. Find you a good paint and body guy. Sometimes you can find a car that got a little dent in the door. Or, got a few scratches. Now, if you can fix these scratches, a couple $100, and you can fix the scratches and get the car nice and clean or something like that, a good paint and body guy could touch the car up, get all the dents and scrapes out. Maybe you got a few rust spots. Find you a good body guy. Next, find you a good automotive detailer, somebody that can know how to shampoo and dye carpets, because a very clean car, it helps, And, that's it. And once you get the car ready, find you a market for it. Number one thing, always shoot for cars that got 3 rows. It's always someone looking for a car that has 3 rows. Always someone looking for that. It's always someone looking for a pickup truck. Remember, the hardest thing to sell is a coupe or a van. That's the hardest thing to sell, a coupe or a van. The hardest brand of cars to sell is Dodge or Nissan. Stay away from them. If you got to, you will, but the hardest cars to sell is a Nissan or a Dodge. People won't touch them. Or a Saturn. They will not touch them. These are my words of advice. I've been in the business 13 years. Somebody's listening to this. If at possible, save up your money. Flip a car. And don't be scared, when you go sell these cars, remember that people are going to try to lowball you. They're going to try to negotiate your price. But firm is firm. Make your money back. I tell anybody, when you sell a car, your goal should at least, when you sell the car, you should at least make $2,000 to $3,000 back. If you make $2,000 back off of what you got into the car, you've done well. Some cars you're going to hit a home run. Some cars you're going to take a loss. But whatever you do, try to make your money back. The money's there. And don't worry about it. Make your money. And don't be scared of it. And don't be fooled by these customers' games, because people got schemes when it comes to buying cars. So be careful. Check your money. Make sure it ain't counterfeit. Always meet in a public place when you're handling money, Meet in a public place, And that's it. And never sell, when you're selling your car, never sell them, never tell people where you work at. You get you a Google number. Don't bring them to your house. Don't tell them where you work at. Tell them nothing. If they gonna buy the car or not, and tell them, hey, this is as is. There's no warranty. If you take the car, it's yours. It ain't no bringing it back. That's it. Don't tell people, hey, this is my Facebook page, or don't tell people nothing about you. That's it. You here to sell the car, and that's it. Y'all meet and keep it discreet. Don't say nothing. I don't care how good the conversation is. Let me tell you something. When people lowball you, lowballers, people that negotiate and lowballs, they start conversations and they seem cool. I mean, don't worry about it. If people don't, and never be desperate. Never, if people say price negotiable, like, nah, we can't do that. People, they want something for nothing. Be careful. That's it.